simple Fortnite game of Ari-imaginator. Ari-imaginator now has Ghost Midas. Last time you saw him, he was level 87. And his matches are changing from beginner to sweat. Let's have a nice time with Ari in this Fortnite game. A Fortnite game of Ari-imaginator. We start off in the lobby. Everyone dancing around. Me trying to pickaxe a Peely. And just doing really damage. I'm normally a sweat. I don't let easy things happen. Here goes battle bus. And out it goes to. We're still on the spawn island. Let's get to the normal island as quick as possible. As quick as possible. Here we are, back to Ari, who's in the agency. He wants to conquer this place, but can he? He gets lots of kills in this game. Well, he always gets kills. The ship stands still, as we're moving quite fast. Henchmen were dying. Henchmen were scared. That girl right there had the until our hero came and stopped her. The guy with the the henchman with the SMG. The fake henchman with the shotgun was me. At that point, the gold TNTiner had the Tommy gun. But I killed her with these. But the henchmen were the aimbots here. We had to do something with this mythical weapon. We had to get the vault too. I nearly left it. I was very low in health. I needed to escape this place. Then I found a bandage gun. Eventually I went back for the vault. But I would have regretted it. You can hear me firing the Tommy gun. We needed to get to the vault fast, and we had to. So you can hear all of that. Then the girl we were talking about earlier tried to get the vault. It was me versus her. She also found a bandage gun in a legendary chest. And luckily enough, I didn't find that legendary chest. Now, she tried to get the vault and sneak in before I did. But I was always going to do it first. Eventually, I started to hear choppers in the sky. If we go into the map, we can see where everyone was. Me, not so high in health. The storm was coming in. One of the people I remember killing was this bot just placing random stuff in the salty part of the agency. At that time, I didn't know if we should have went for the vault. One of us would have gone for the vault, but it lay there, stood still. We were very, very quiet. Where did Ari go? The whole of the agency had been destroyed. I had to get out eventually. Up I went. If we just pause the drone, we can actually see where I stopped. My plan wasn't that simple, but it was technical. Where is Ari? Have we lost him? Will he do anything? Finally, we return with Ari. His chopper's getting very, very rusty after how he escaped the agency without taking the vault. He had the drum gun. He was having a great game. There was one other person in this place, which he is in right now, but he didn't want to say hi. He was there, ready to die. I put on a big shield pot and got ready for battle. I crawled in and eventually somehow didn't notice this player dancing. I should have noticed it by now. She was literally dancing. I actually noticed her when she came outside. I was about to leave with my child. I wanted to kill her, but it was too risky. I would rather kill this guy swimming in the ocean. I had noticed this person. They're deep underwater. But then they get attacked by my massive chopper. At that point, we can see the bubbles splashing. A random tactical shotgun in there, and that player ready to die. At this moment, they knew it was time. They died. People were shooting my chopper. I did not like it anymore. I had to abandon it in some way. It was a henchman who could have caused my demise. I eventually jumped out. this game of Fortnite, there was one popular place, and that was that house, the yellow house. I got out of my poor rusty chopper. It was ready to die. I went into lazy, not for long. There you can see me looking for other players, which I eventually done. This isn't a solo game, if you were wondering, because Ari is a sweat in solos. Then we found a bot. I don't even want to showcase this part. Well, at least I had a better shotgun. I used to hate pumps at that time. I think this is the time I decided to leave lazy. Great place to go, but quite dangerous. I decided to take the better shotgun, as there was a green tack right there. But I didn't straight away notice it. Then I finally noticed it and said bye-bye to lazy. I didn't want to get into my rusty chopper, as it could have blown up. I wanted to find one more player. That's when I went into a boat. We've lost me right now, but eventually we get into a boat and chase this swimming player. I hear myself. Where am I? This player was ready to die. At this moment, bullets came in from me, as I had noticed this player. The player went down into the water and disappeared. I was there ready to finish it, but I already had with ease. It was time to get that boat, that rusty boat lying over there. Time to turn it gold. I went across land to get out of the storm, but I ended up going to the yellow house of boats. I could have went to dirty, but it's such a bad place to go. I didn't bother. I eventually went the wrong way into the storm, but finally I found this yellow place. The yellow house. It had players in it. More than 2 players in it. It was a default. I helped the default by killing the other player. But it's time for the default to die. I ran towards him and said bye. It was time my journey ended. I would have to die eventually. Finally, my friend joined. He spectated me. Then it was time for my demise. I was swimming, even went into the storm. I ran and ran and ran. I wanted to find a player. I was lonely here. I heard choppers. I wanted to bring it down. I even saw a supply drop. The choppers were all on me. I was scared, so I just ran to the nearest supply drop, which was right next to me. What did I find? You'll see. Deadpool supply drops. Won't be in the next season, but it was a time to say goodbye to them. And time for me to be an aimbot. My favourite gun in the game. The burst. You can see me with it. It just symbols that I'm an aimbot. Here was my demise. I didn't want it to happen, but it had to happen. Someone had to come and kill me. My death was right over here, in the shallow waters. What shallow waters? I left the bandage bazooka and this launch pad and all the minis. I went the wrong way. Eventually I would die. As bullets came in, we can now see where the player was at. That player was me. I found a deep hole. As you can see, I had a deep hit. I used my favourite gun in the game, the burst. The default ran for his life. He nearly got shot in the head, but ended up killing me. At this moment, it was time to say goodbye to Ari. And there you have it. A normal match with Ari-imaginator. Goodbye.